Hey, hi guys. So this is the second problem in our DSA series. So without any delay, let's get started. Right. So what it says is given an array of integers nums and an integer target, return the indices I and j such that nums I plus nums j equals to target where I isn't equals to j. Okay. So it simply says that let's take this example. It says this is, let's say this is an array. Well, not let's say, it is an array, right? And this is a target, right? So what we have to return here is 3 plus 4 7. So we have to return the two indices such that on adding elements that are present on these indices we get this target, right? So in this case 3 plus 4 is 7, right? So we'll return 0 and 1. Again, see this example, example 2. In this case target is 10, so we'll return 0 and 2. That is, the element present, if we add element present at index 0 and element present in index 2, then the sum of those will be equals to the target. Here the elements are 4 and 6. 4 plus 6 equals to 10. So we'll return 0 and 2 since they are present in index 0 and 2 respectively. Okay. So yeah, I hope this is clear what we are trying to do. So let's get started. Let's write a function to sum, and as it says, this function will take an array nums and an integer named target. Okay. Now here is what I'm thinking. We can map over this array, right? Let's say this is our thing, that is, this is the nums array. So we can first take 3, then check if 3 plus 4 is 7, is 4 is 3 plus 5 is 7, is 3 plus 6 is 7. If not, then after 3 we'll move on to 4 and then check 4 plus 5 and 5 and 4 plus 6, right? So we'll take one element of the array and check it with all other elements one by one, and we'll do this for all elements in the array, right? So let's implement the solution. For let I equals to 0, I is smaller than nums dot length I plus plus. Now we have to have another loop. If it's still not very clear, don't worry, stick in this video and soon it will become clear. Nums dot length j plus plus, right? So now what we'll do is we'll simply see. So first this is I and it will be j, then 3 will be I, this will be j, 3 will be I, 6 will be j, right? It will work in this manner. It will check is 3 plus 4 is 3 plus 5 is 3 plus 6 is equals to target, right? And then in the next iteration I will be 4, j will be 5, I will be 4, j will be 6, right? And then in the next iteration I will be 5, j will be 6. So it will take one element of the array and compare it and try to complement it with all the other elements in the array. Then it will go to the next element in the array and try to add it with all the other elements in the array to see if we reach to the target. So here we'll simply say if nums I plus nums j is equals to target, simply return I and j. That's it. Now let's test it very quickly. We'll just console it. We'll say to sum, and here we'll pass, let's pass 3 for the nums array, and for target let's pass 7, and let's see what happens. Okay, so we got 0 and 1. 0 and 1. 3 plus 4 is 7. So right, it's working. Now let's get into time complexity. The time complexity is of this is O of n squared, right? Why n squared? Because we have nested looping here, right? We are looping over this array again and again in a nested manner, right? Hence the time complexity is I of n squared. Now if you can think of a better way, I would encourage you to pause this video and try out a better way to do this with lesser time complexity, and then come back again and pause this video and see my solution. If not, then follow this video, right? So let's see if we can do it some other way to some final. If we can do it some other way such that it has better time complexity, right? Okay, so again it gets nums array and target integer. Now what we can do is we can simply do I equals to 0. Again let's loop over the array, now we can take an object, let's name it map, right? Here we can store these elements, like 3 is at indices 1, so we'll have this object like this, right? So 3 at first index, then we have like 4 at, no, actually 3 at 0th index, 4 at 1 index, etc, etc, right, etc, etc. So yeah, we are making this array, we are making this map. And why we are using map here? Because right, so why we are like, it's an object. Why we are using an object? Because pulling from an object is an O of 1 operation, right? That's why. If you're still not clear, follow along. So what we can do here is we can simply say const complement is equals to target minus nums I, right? So let's so target is 7, and let's say we already found 3 here at nums I, then we want 4 to be found, right? 4 is the one that we need to still find in the array. So that is what complement here is. Now we can check if complement in map, if complement is present in map, then simply return map complement, because it will contain the index at which the complement is present. No, sorry, it will contain the value of the complement key, as I told you. If this is the complement, this is the key. This is the complement, this is the key, right? And what is key? Key is nothing but the index, right? And I. Okay, if complement in map, then return this. If not, then simply, if complement is not present in map, then what to do? Simply say map nums I is equals to I, right? Yep, simply store, right? So if we store, in the next iteration we can find it, right? if the complement is present. So yeah, if we can't return complement, if we can't find the complement, simply return null at the end. That is after the loop. Now let's see if it's working. Let's see if it's working. Yep, it's working. So yeah, this is the final solution. I'm gonna push it. You can check it out on my Git. I'll link it below. Right. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.